my beautiful stroke survivors. We are now in part 2 of our discussion with Tristan. And now our discussion is going to be all about nutrition. So I'm going to give the floor back to Tristan. I want to hear what he's got to say.
Yeah, so this is going to be nutrition and identifying with things, okay?
Love it.
So we're told very few things about nutrition whenever we have a stroke. We're told, like, avoid sugar and avoid things that raise your cholesterol. Avoid whatever. You know what we're not told? We're not told to focus on quality nutrition. We're not told to ditch or focus on ingredients. We're not told to ditch ultra-processed foods and sodas and all that other stuff, or minimize it at least.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like I mentioned earlier, the extra fat on your body is not because of eating fat. It's because of the toxins that are in the foods that we eat, or most of the foods that are on the shelf. And so when you cut that, start giving your body better nutrition by focusing on natural foods. Now, there's a caveat. Some people say that carnivore is better. Some people say that animal-based or vegan, vegetarian, fruitarian, whatever. I have found that any of those diets can work either for a period of time or for somebody's lifetime, depending on genetics, depending on what their body needs, yada, yada, yada. Because I've met many people that are at full-on vegan, full-on fruitarians, full-on vegetarians, yada, 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 and they're thriving. The thing is, the reason why those diets fail for so many people is because they take the greenwashed stuff, like the ultra-processed stuff, that is labeled vegan, that has toxic chemical ingredients in it, and that's why their body starts shutting down, because it doesn't have the energy to break that stuff down. It's in a more vulnerable spot, if that makes sense. So that's that was a tangent on that. Anyways, when you focus on quality nutrition, natural foods, whole foods, single ingredients, or when you do get processed foods, download the EWG app, I think it's called the Oasis app.
Yes.
You scan those into the barcode, or you enter them, search them up. They will tell you the ingredient list. They will tell you the quality of ingredients, quality nutrition, stuff like that. That way you can make an educated decision or informed decision about what you're about to put in your body. When it comes to when you want to have the less healthy snacks, don't call it a cheat meal. Call it a treat meal, because you're treating your taste buds. Because when you cheat on your test, when you cheat on your partner, your spouse, that's bad. When you treat yourself to something like going to a bowling alley or going to a party, you're having fun. So have fun with it. Don't cheat on your diet. Treat yourself with a little stuff.
Love it. You see, this is something that I often talk about is just the way we shift the way we talk words. And you see, we don't cheat meal, we treat meal.
Yep.
There you go. Yeah. Love it.
Yeah, exactly. And on that topic, on the words that we say about either ourselves or what we're going through, stop claiming with the stroke. Stop claiming the stroke. I view that as a Stockholm syndrome. And if you don't know what Stockholm syndrome is, that's whenever somebody is abused or victimized and they identify or they cling on to their abuser. Okay.
Yep.
In our scenario, I view the stroke as the abuser. Yep. And whenever I called it my stroke, when I called it my stroke, or whenever I labeled myself as a stroke survivor, I let the stroke have more control over my life and what I did than what I had, than what I wanted, right? The stroke is an event that happened in our past.
Yeah. It's a story.
That does not, exactly. And that event will carry on into your present if you let it. Because your subconscious believes every single fucking thing you say.
Yeah.
Okay, everything. Whether it's a joke or whether it's a lie or when you're being serious, it believes it. Because I think it's reticular activation system,
yeah,
I believe, cannot tell the difference between a joke or a lie. And so whatever you say, it believes. It's like that abracadabra. You know what that means in English?
No, I know I've heard it, but remind me, because now it's not coming out.
With my words, I create.
With my words, I create. Abracadabra.
Yes. And so because you know, whenever you buy a new car, all of a sudden you see that same car everywhere on the road.
Absolutely.
That's your reticular activation system, focusing on that stuff. So when you speak things into your reality, that's when your mind gets put on that stuff. And that's when I tell my clients, the more you focus on the negative, the more the negative will show in your life. The more you focus on the positive, the more the positive will show in your life. And you can start by doing that with your words. I used to use very self-depreciating jokes about myself. Anytime I got a compliment, I would always counter it with a sarcastic joke about something negative about myself.
Mm-hmm.
Then I learned that your subconscious believes everything you say, and I
Yep.
started playing around with it. I started changing how I spoke about myself. And eventually, because the older version of myself said that he could never remember anything because of his brain surgeries, his brainstem stroke, and yada yada yada, because he was so stupid. Yada. I now say when I forget something, I say I'm a fucking genius. I
Yeah,
taught
I
myself up.
saw your video about
Exactly.
that. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
like I'm a genius. And then I noticed that over time, along with my diet change, I started remembering things more. Now, yes, sometimes I forget it in the moment and then I remember it later. However, it comes back to me because I'm a
Kabam
genius. My mind
shababam.
is always a genius. Exactly. And so when you speak things about your recovery, like, oh, I'll never recover from the stroke because my doctor said yada, yada, yada. First off, can your doctor see into the future?
Mm.
Is your doctor talking about your specific case or is he
Mm-hmm.
talking about statistics?
Yeah,
Because I don't know if you know who this is, Dr. Steph Young on Instagram and TikTok.
I've seen his work.
She,
Yes,
she,
her work. Sorry.
no, you're good. She posted a video a while ago and explained how doctors come to that conclusion. It has nothing to do with our specific situation. It has everything to do with statistics. And last I checked, we're not statistics. We're
Nope.
humans.
Yep.
You're a woman, I'm a man, and your body's designed to heal, my body's designed to heal. And so, we're not numbers on a board, not numbers on a chart.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
yeah, so don't let your doctors or medical professionals limit you to that.
I think that, if I may, Tristan, if I may,
Mm-hmm.
I think that the doctors and, like you said, the doctors, nurses, everybody in the hospital environment, they are trained in their domain, but
Yep.
very few of them have had a stroke themselves.
Yep.
And I remember for me, 27 years ago, there was seriously nobody there to help me. And I
Yep.
ended up seeing a social worker that did not have a stroke. So she could only provide the information that she learned.
Yep.
And that really, if I fast forward to when I started the podcast and going live on social media and whatnot and wanting to help, was to provide the help that I never got. And frankly,
Same here.
yes, I know. And frankly, I have yet to see a doctor, a stroke survivor or a doctor for that matter, such as yourself, that go really in deep with everything. I'm more, you see, you're holistic where you see the whole big picture. I see the inside.
Yep.
And I see the self-talk and the mind, the self-talk, the generational trauma, the healing, the energies. Like, can you believe, like, now gold is worth a lot of money, and I don't believe in keeping off subject. I don't believe in keeping the energy that's weighing me down. So I sold jewelry from an ex-partner because I don't believe that needs to be around me and poison my environment. Some people are just going to say, well, don't think about it. Well, it's in my freaking jewelry box.
So something that I learned about masculine and feminine is the feminine is so divinely in tune and so in tune with your intuition and emotions and stuff like that. And the masculine is more in tune with like the physical realm.
Yep.
Yeah, doing and like yada yada yada. And I want to say that I have so much respect for you and every other woman on this planet because y'all are able to create so much beauty and so much elegance that it's my masculine, like single minded frame,
Thank
whatever.
you. That's
It's
very
just
nice of you.
inconceivable.
Thank you.
Yeah, of
Yes,
course.
yes. Well, that's why men are protectors. And to me, I'm old fashioned in that way. Men are protectors, men are hunters. Back in the day, the women would stay at camp with the kids and the fire and make food and all that while the
Yeah, I've
men
heard
would
that
go hunting.
men are the providers and women are the multipliers or amplifiers.
Yeah.
Like men will give women a home or a house, the woman will create a home. Men will give
Absolutely.
a woman like sperm, She creates children. Like, y'all create huge, like, whole ass humans out of like little molecules, and they like souls come in through your body. Like, that is fascinating. It's amazing. Y'all are amazing.
Thank you, thank you. But
Of
it's
course.
true. It's very true what you're
Yeah.
saying. Yeah. And that's why we both bring something to the table, man. That's really amazing.
Yeah, and it
Let's
cracks me up when
ask.
people ask me like what my certifications are. I'm just like, life. I've experienced it, you know?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Amen. Amen.
Because, you know, I would much rather learn from somebody who's been through it and has reached the goals that I've reached rather than somebody who's learned from it. You know, it's
Yep.
like people that go to college for learning business. The business professors don't know anything about business.
They're professors.
Exactly.
They're professors.
Mm-hmm.
So, I see you're a little more fidgety now than before. So,
More. Oh, please forgive me.
no. I love how you see we understand each other, and our audience understands your demeanor and your fidgetiness, and you're playing with your beard and your eyelids, and you look good and all that.
Do you know why that is, though? Do you know why I
It?
do that? I
Why?
didn't used to do that before the stroke. It's a stimulation thing.
Okay.
So before the stroke, I didn't have an issue with stimulation. After the stroke, because I couldn't feel half my body,
Yeah.
I found myself always playing with my beard with my left hand, or like always rubbing stuff with my left hand in order to try to get to feel something, and so it became a habit.
It
So
became
yeah,
a habit.
yeah.
But no, I'm not trying to point out something. I'm saying
No, I got you.
a person that is not a stroke survivor might see that as impoliteness, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But,
oh yeah, a lot of people do perceive it like that.
As it's normal. It's for us. That's the beauty of being stroke survivors. Yes, we don't identify with the stroke. We don't give it the power.
We don't claim it.
We don't claim it. We reclaim our lives. We don't claim our stroke.
Yep, the stroke. Yeah.
The stroke. Ours.
The
Well,
stroke.
you see, that's where there's different ways. Like I get the stroke, but I also get my stroke because my stroke is different than yours and different than Jeff's, right? All of our stroke. So it's mine. It belongs to me. It's not my boyfriend's. It's not my dog.
If I may,
yeah, of course.
You make a good point. And if I may, how do you refer to the woman who gave birth to you?
Mom. Mother.
How do you refer to her when you're talking about her?
My mom.
What about your kids?
My daughter.
What about your friends?
My friend.
Do they all give some kind of benefit to your life?
Of course, they get some benefit out of my love.
Does the stroke itself give benefit to your life, or is it what you gained after the stroke, what you realized after the stroke?
Oh, okay. Well, I think that it has like you say, I was mundane before the stroke. And the stroke allowed me to become more humble and more grateful. And if I had not had my stroke, I would not be having this conversation with you right now.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So for me, the stroke, yes, I see. But I see the other part where before the stroke, did the stroke give me any love? No. The short answer is no. The short answer is no, but yeah.
And please forgive me, like that was genuine curiosity because I noticed that when I did claim the stroke as mine or yada yada yada, I used it as a scapegoat for why I could or couldn't do things. I used it as I blamed it for everything, and I held myself back. And so, if it works best for you, that's cool.
Well, again, it works best for me, but in sometimes I say like you don't give it an identity, but at the same time, it is your stroke. Give it a name. It's like Jane. It's like my Jane. Exactly.
Yeah, it's your stroke experience. There we go.
It's exactly. Yes. If I don't want to say stroke as an event, but it's my stroke experience.
There we go.
But,
yeah, that makes sense.
But stroke survivors don't always see it the way we do, and that's why sometimes. So I give like a beforehand, guys. I'm going to practice some tough love right now. Okay.
Yeah. See, and I've gotten a lot of hate on that not identifying with or as the stroke, caught in a lot of hate.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, cool. If you
Of
think it's
course.
better
No,
to,
no, it's good. It's good. It's okay. There's no right or wrong answer,
exactly.
right? There is no, I believe that. And when you said the why me story, I really anchor into it because I also said why me, but I was in the hospital about a week when I started saying why me. I was corked and I could hear everybody and my then husband and my family saying, poor Karina. And why did it happen to her? Why?
Yep.
She's so young. She didn't do anything. And it's like, in my head, I'm thinking, why not? And I got a lot of heat because of that. Why not? Because I had a family member come to my house and tell me if that happened to you, dear. I had a family member coming to my house saying, and I just said to her what I said to you, that immediately I realized after a week something happened at the hospital. I said, why not me? And she said, she got really offended. What do you mean? Why not you? And you made such good sense, because if it had happened to a loved one of yours, you would have said, I wish it happened to me.
Yeah.
So
100%.
So again, there's no right or wrong answer. We have different experiences.
Absolutely.
You brought so much life and so much knowledge. I can't stop thanking you. I'm definitely, as you progress, as you go on in your journey, your coaching journey, please tell the audience where they can find you. Where you want them to find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Captain_orangutan, TikTok at Cap_O_. Facebook, I believe it's just Captain Orangutan, and that's ORANGUTAN. You can click the link in my bio to get access to my stroke recovery coaching group, and I also offer one-on-one coaching. You can just reach out to me with the term coaching if you would like to see how much you could benefit from it.
There you go, guys. I think that Tristan has a lot to bring to the table that's very different than everybody else. So I urge you guys to go and at least see his contents. He's got so much, and you can get so much information from his content, and you'll definitely get a lot more on a one-on-one.
Yeah, as of right now, my first pinned video on TikTok is about BDNF and covering like the basics of that. And I think it's my second or third pinned video on Instagram. So yeah.
You know that I'm going to go check it out myself. Absolutely. Absolutely. I personally want to, as you progress in your journey, I would love to re-invite you at your convenience in a year, in 6 months. We don't know where life takes us, right?
Yeah.
We can have our goals, but we don't know when they're going to happen. We just know they're going to happen.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, I will accept your invitation whenever you would like to have me on.
Thank you. Absolutely. You have an open invitation as many times as you want. I love it, love it, love it. Guys, so this is the video of Stroke Surviving the Odds. My special guest this week has been Tristan, Captain Orangutan. You got to check him out, please. Make sure you download when you're listening on Spotify, Google, iTunes, Apple, and you subscribe. It's free. And if it's free, it's for me, guys. Subscribe on your YouTube channel so that way you're not going to miss, 1, any videos, and 2, any content, video content that I'm putting out. That being said, Tristan, big hug. And we're definitely going to talk. Yes, big hug. And guys, I love you immensely, and I hope you enjoyed today's show. And we'll see you in a couple of days with another guest. Thank you. Bye, everybody.